Alright peeps, welcome back to Under Pressure. We've got some beaver builders running away from this bad tide build, only because I went ahead and paused it. Otherwise they'd be doing there getting all contaminated and unwell. And we didn't want that. We just spent the whole last episode with our lovely healer here, cleaning and dealing with all of our contaminated beavers. They're all happy now. Look at them all happy and healthy running off to bed and sitting on the rooftop terrace in the campfire. Now unfortunately beavers, I do have some bad news regarding this campfire. I think you have just realised what it is. This is going to be the last night we have it here. For a while. Because I want to utilise this big owl tunnel here by plopping down some fancy pants. Water wheels! Now can we pop two on here? Oh we can. But we cannot access any of the power. Now as we get cycle 11, I'm thinking we're not terribly far off tunnels. I wonder if we do that instead of what I was originally thinking. See, because my original plan looks something like this. One big old row of power wheels, all connected into this power wheel, which is connected into the rest of the bloody industrial estate. And now that I see the glory that is, this single power wheel's gone all the way down. That's how we're doing it. It's got nothing to do with the fact that we are a long way off getting all of the extract and everything to get these tunnels up and running. And we're finally doing away with a handy dandy small warehouse. We're gonna be plopping platforms and power shafts all the way down here. But not just yet, of course. We beavers have got to get out here to build it. Hence why our poor campfire had to get knocked out. So beavers, I've got this job for you to be cracking along with, and our here, we're going to have to, thanks to a comment, we're going to have to delete all of this that we've got built up, including all of this would never work set up across here. Now I knew full well that these water seeps don't go over 0.80 water level, but I just didn't even think when it come to Badwater. But that does mean, instead of having some big elaborate high pressure thing going over the top, I very simply just need to go to landscaping, get out some one high floodgates and go blippity, ploppity, plip. Oh, now guess who didn't realise they were 10 logs, not 5? I thought there were 5 each. Well, in that case, we're not surrounding it with floodgates. We're going back to our original bottom floor section, purely so I can have this close above 0% contamination. It's just an automation thing, so I don't have bloody automated floodgate triggers just yet. So now, beavers, get amongst that please, at a high priority. I would like to get some beavers in here with some food on the crack. Oh, and speaking of food, you just probably want to store it somewhere, didn't you? And now that we got the storage sorted, the last thing to do is pop a bloody grill in here. And what could be better than a hilltop grill? Grilling up all the spadderducks. Oh, and this water's nice and clean now. Let's get a beaver in here, planting some spadderducks. Oh, and since we're a day in, I think it's time to check in on all of these here. 2.6 days, 2.3 days. 1.4, 1 day left. Let's try and save as much of this berry and dandelion plantation as possible. That would mean going under the water here. Oh, and despite all of the bad water we've got knocking about, deleting these 2 levees. And let's go and speed 3. We'll see where the water come forward. Oh, it's coming up. The water level's rising, and it's rising with a quickness. Hopefully, with enough of a quickness and enough of a dilution, so it gans out of here without contaminating our beavers. You know what would help? Not having any beavers down there in the first place. Beavers evacuate. The bad water is cometh. Or at least slightly diluted bad water. Now did we save all of these berries? No! We got 1 dandelion that corked it. 1 bloody dandelion. You know what? That isn't too bad. It's now a quick unpause of the forester and getting our old mate here to pull way off, pal. Well, it looks like this hasn't actually moistened up just yet. Oh, this water is not looking too healthy. I am so happy we don't have beavers in here. Which does remind me, actually, to get out to the other section, we may as well get the beavers cracking along in there. And I'm just changing my plantations round a bit, so we get some sunflowers at the top and bottom of each of these. And it is a shame I don't have my planting override tool, otherwise these tatties would be overridden to be bloody sunflowers. But I will say the floodwaters don't look too bad over here, and they will eventually start overflowing and pissing down to a big power tunnel, which looks like beavers are accessing from the top here where we've got a path over. Oh, where are you off? Oh, you're doing the old scrapper. Fair dinkum, you keep scrapping away. Now what I am curious about is how we're doing here. Oh, it's bad. Very, very contaminated over here. But over here, it's basically clean. Is the water level rising in here? Surely not. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It's just coming up to the top layer there. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's just needing a bit of time to get through here, because it is, after all, only a 2-wide gap. I suppose if nothing else, there's nice clean water flowing out into our tatty system here. Oh, are we gonna flood? Or is it just going straight over? That looks like it's gone straight over. Knee floods. It is a shame that if we block this bit of Badwater River off here, we end up flooding our bloody tatty pit. V2. But it is what it is, I suppose. Oh, we've got a bad tide in a day and a half's time. Thankfully, we know we've got a fair dinkum Badwater repulsion system knocking about. And do we have some spider docks planted? Oh, yeah, we kind of need all of this in first, beavers. Otherwise, those spider docks are just absolutely wasted. And I mean, wasted. Alright, Smikos, this is ye. You've got to plant as many spider docks as you can before you get hungry or thirsty and have to run all the way back. I'm half tempted to let beavers go up through the staircase, but it's still a bit tainted over by the stairs. I suppose if nothing else, we get a bad tide, we get to enjoy all of our power here. Why, beavers, get your asses up out of bed, down those stairs, and back around to come to graft. And I hope you were the farmer's heart. Aren't the farmer that has to go all the way down here? Oh no, thankfully you're the farmer that just goes to here and casually picks some tatties and plants some sunflowers. See, now I have a feeling we're not getting all of this in the next 0.9 days, so we should just not waste our beavers' time and effort and get them doing something else. Like, for example, all of this power that we can use during this bad tide. I want that in. Oh, and speaking of power, peeps, remember the last episode where I was like, I want to pop a battery over here so it falls down on the side. But in order to do that, we're going to have to unlock proper long overhangs, which are 1,000 science points a pop. 20 logs, 20 planks, and 8 metal blocks just to build it. Whereas these 2 long overhangs here, they're only 10 logs, 10 planks, and 4 metal blocks. Look at it, you can count all of the pixels on those metal blocks. That's how few of them you need. It also has the added benefit of every 2 blocks you can up one. So by the time we get to the end there, we are gonna be proper high pie in the sky. Now if that's not a genius idea, I don't know what is. And since we're gonna be doing a fair dinkum bit of building up here, we need to sort out this horribly inefficient path over. Let's pop in a brand new, significantly more efficient path. And there we have it. That is going to be much better for the beavers than walking all the way around here. And the beavers, maximum priority at least this last bit, because I need to get this laddie moved so I can delete the staircase and, well, you know, put the second lot on here. Ooh, will you look at this? Well, beavers have already got a big old power wheel in. How much power are you generating? 226 times 5 million that we're building here. That's 12 trillion power, that. Now, I was going to wait until we had a drought for this, but I thought, why not? We could be waiting yonks. We've got bad tide after bad tide inbound now. That's the part of the game we're at. Oh, and let's check on our bad tide repulsion system. It has closed, and look at all of this water we've got stocked up. It's just a shame a lot of it's bloody bad. Speaking of bad water, if we gone up here, I think we're going to find there comes out. And once it starts flippity flowing out of here, it guns around, as we all know. It even guns down here. But of course, as usual, poses no danger to our beavers. Because we've got mad levees blocking that dirty bad water and sending it straight out the side of the map. Oh, I'm a fan of this, like. Well, naturally I'm a fan of this. Otherwise, this would all be bloody red. And our beavers would be contaminated. And we've got no water because I didn't slurp any. Oh, MiGly. Unpause 1 water slurper to slow the rate of dehydration. And like I say, if nothing else, we can keep planking away. And in case you're wondering why I'm adding all of those power wheels, if you have a squiz over here, you can see we're generating 459 power and needing 420 of it. Which means, if I unpause any of these two buildings here, or add more, we're royally hooped. So you know, that extra 200 and odd power across all of this will come in very handy. Oh, look at these beavers. They've already got the stairs in. Bunch of leg ends. You're getting deleted. Go work somewhere else. And once you're beyond there, I'm deleting that stair. And the reason I'm doing that is that now gives us complete at-level access to build all of this. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, MiGly, yeah, fair dinkum. You get your fancy battery up the top there, and it's got all of the horsepower availability because it's absolutely flying down that gap there. But how are you going to get the potential battery power from here down to there? And I say, Tiffany, what do you put it? I've got it covered with fancied pants, vertical power shafts, all the way down here. And yeah, now look, this may not be the most efficient way of getting power down there, but I love the little power staircase and it looping back around and lining up with our gap, if you can see where our contemplation spot is. That, my friends, is how we get this all connected together. Well, more specifically, this is how we're getting the power down. Now that is beautiful. And look, before things get really bad, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to delete this small warehouse, replace it with a platform of the non-cheaty variety, and then power shaft it back up. Now, beavers, that is a maximum priority jobby. And I know yous can reach it. And as far as all of this fancy powerness goes, of course, it's a high priority number. Just be thankful it's not the highest priority I can give it. Ah, look at our beavers banging in through the corner, nice and safe in the clean water, but they are banging away in the dirty Badwater there. Oh, look, they've already got the platform on. They can go now and then bang away and not be in any danger. But they still prefer to bang away through the corners. I wonder if we got my full power back on here. Oh, now I just thought, peeps. I've been waiting for the water level to drop, but it's not going to. Or at least not for a while, because it's got all of this water, including the bad water to bloody filter through. So I guess we may as well unpause enough of these to keep our civilization bopping along. Oh, look at our beavers picking the scrap metal. Oh, we've got a moist beaver. You can properly see the difference. That beaver's absolutely glistening there as it bangs in the platform. Oh, and I'm saying when any full on with bloody chestnut storage, that means we're going to have to get some chestnuts on the grill. You know what, peeps? As crazy as it sounds, I reckon we could have a grand old time doing a speedy up bit round here. We get to watch the beavers pick and plant the potatoes as well as the sunflowers. Get a little bit of chestnut action. You'll be able to see the trees getting chopped down and replanted around the top of the map. And, most importantly, you get to see the big old battery platform get popped in. It's a modern beaver marvel. Or is it a modern beaver monstrosity? Which camp do you belong to? Do you think this is marvellous or monstrous? I will say, while we're chilling in this speedy up bit, I've been quite enjoying the fact that yous are enjoying this series. Of course, it was a completely unplanned series. I would still be cracking along with Wee Trees and Lemon Canyon if I could. I've been thoroughly enjoying Under Pressure. It's been a proper little challenge, and of course, the unstable cores do add a canny fun little element. Well, fun / terrifying / chaotic, depending on where you are in your situation and how far you've managed to plan out. But thankfully, we've managed to scrape by the rust on our iron teeth. And the more I play this map, the more mad ideas and stuff start popping in my head. Hopefully we can keep it all under control and not get too excessive. I remember being fully settled in the Viaville and then almost losing everything because I got a bit too overconfident. And you know what I just realised, peeps? Ooh! Oh no, is that a 19 or a 20-day drought? Oh, I mean, I knew I had stranded beavers. You are the third beaver to get stranded. But at 16 years old, you're going to be the first and only beaver to be rescued. But you know, we need to come out of that speedy up bit. Not only because we're in the middle of a drought, which means we're not making anything down here. And I thought we were actually out of planks by the way we were, well, not building anything up there like. But we've got loads of planks, apparently. What we didn't have is a lot of time, because we've got a big kaboom going off in 1.9 days and have a deeks at this new little update. It's a proper 3-dimensional this is what's going to get kaboomed view. I approve of this update, like, because I was proper flapping the last episode, if you remember, about whether my levee was going to get blown up or not. Well, now, to counteract that, we very simply need to go over here and unpause this levee that we've got with 12 out of 12 logs in. You know what? I'm just going to stay doing here. We'll see a beaver pop in on the left there, and they'll quickly smash this bit levee in straight away. Howie! How long do I have to wait? There we go! I was just being an impatient cupcake. And I've got the gravity battery paused at the moment, purely because we need to build these. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to reach down and build all of these. Hang on, can't be reached. Why is that? You should be able to reach that. You should be able to build straight down off there. Why can't the beavers reach that? Oh, yes. Fair enough, beavers. Oh, now that we've got a drought over here, you can see the full extent of our works. Comes all the way through the tunnel. Now, I did pause these 4 water slurpers immediately. So hopefully, this can last us a wee while. And we can get to picking up berries and dandelions until our heart's content. Now, you were running for most of that. What on earth were ye doing if it wasn't planting dandelions and blueberries, mate? Now else, we've got Aaron in now. He's going to do a thing. He's literally going to do one thing before clogging off and sitting in the campfire. I love me beavers, me like. They are top diggity dogs. Oh, now during this drought could be a good time to get some Spadadoc reserves going over here. As well as potentially building our Badwater protection ring. And another thing from the comment in the last episode. I'm going to assign some of these to be medicine storage. Just to make sure we've got plenty of it if and most likely when needed. Now of course we've got plenty of berries, plenty of dandelions, and 21 paper. It's a good thing we're getting a battery in though, because if we weren't, we might be in a situation where we're getting to a drought and we can't build anything. Now that would be terrible, wouldn't it? And if you wondered why that just flicked off there, it's because we finally have all of this in. It's all powered up to this level, which means I can go ahead and unpause the gravity battery. Take up 40 gears, 40 planks, and 10 metal blocks. And to be fair, we can certainly afford it. And here we go, peeps. The sun's rising. We've got our idyllic little settlement back there. And we've got a big kaboom threatening to destroy it all. Thankfully, our beavers got a plan. And they have a bit of foresight about them. And they already blocked it off. Just in time as well. That's how we like it round here. Now look at that Badwater pressure all the way up. I'm surprised it's actually going all the way up. Oh no, it's not. Or is it? Is it going all the way up? Will we get underwater sound effect? Or is it settling on down because we're in the middle of a drought? Well, it looks like it's the latter of the two. Oh. We're not that far off one of the Badwater sources. Now these Badwater sources on this map are rather difficult to access and destroy, considering there's so much pressure knocking about that even during droughts there tends to still be a lot of Badwater knocking about. And you can't easily access it from above due to the whole terrain that's cocking along. But different you worry, peeps. It is in fact on the radar. Oh, look at our cute little district, it's proper coming along. I forgot, I was going to say why we've got so many beavers. But of course, we got so many beavers because we've got to get building the old Badwater repulsion ring and plant with Spadadocs. Well, the question is, who's going to get finished first? The Spadadoc planter or the 4 builder beaver bangers? And yes, this is another speedy up bit because who doesn't love a speedy up bit of a Badwater retention ring and Spadadocs getting planted? Well, I must say, I was not expecting the beaver bangers to win that race. Well, it was fairly close. We've just got a little bit of a corner going on here that we need to plant. What I want to know is, do we have a big battery in? Not yet. But we do have the raw materials to get it in. Although we still do have a little bit of a power situation to get situated before we do that. And let's try and be clever with this prioritization here. You can see I deleted those 2 power shafts there. So once we get all of this super high priority stuff in, we can replop them and not have to worry about not being able to access anything. And if I'm not mistaken, the battery's built all the way up here with all of its potential energy ready to go. So if we get all of these bloody things in and the battery, we'll be able to test and see just how long it'll run, say, a lumber mill in a smelter before hitting the deck there. I mean, it's got a bloody fair dinkum way to gun. It's got to gun all the way down into here. But how useful is that for our beavers? You know, just for shits and gigs, let's do a real quick brap of all of these power shafts getting banged in. Now that was a real quick brap, wasn't it? Final 2 pieces of the puzzle. Get amongst it, beavers! And it seems like we're fresh out of paper. Maybe that's what we can actually test it on. What do I need for paper? Is it just logs, is it? It's just logs. And the paper mills are beautifully awkward. 80 horsepower. So that's the perfect building to use it on. Oh, look! The trees from the last episode are all chopped down. Be gone. Now it's just a chill valley to nowhere. Or is it? We're future home. Who knows? Now I am getting a tad scared. Our water level is dropping. We're doing 136. But I think I'm going to wait until this water dries out completely here. Get maximum irrigation before we start slurping for our lives. Oh, and there it goes. I've just paused the herbalist. I was about to say, if nothing else, they've got 2 and a bit tanks of antidote knocking about. Well, now we need to be slurping up all the water because we're doing the 95. I definitely like being in double figures. I prefer triple figures like we're bait. Oh, on boops. It's in! And it's all the way up the top. Now, how much have we got? 44,000 horsepowers out of a box of rocks. I will certainly not complain about that. And I will also up the priority of all the rest of these. I want these in beavers because I need to make, I believe, 1 more metal block, believe it or not. And then, of course, test out with paper rolling capabilities. Oh yeah, and I also need 2 planks, so we'll be getting a planker up and running and all. I'm keen to see how long this will last like. I'm hoping at least a day. Maybe 2 or 3, because it is proper high pie in the sky there, like. But watch it last about 20 minutes, and that's that. If nothing else, once we get all of these on, which yes, is about to go, back to high priority. Now we're back up to triple figures on the water. How we're doing on the power? Ooh, is it in? Oh no! Just this last one. We've got a very wet beaver there, hammering it in. Oh, they'll love it. I'll love it. And now, we can unpause our bloody industry and see how fast it whooshes down. Because trust us, it will be bloody fast. That's it. We're heading off. We're gonna be following this laddie all the way down. And you can see how long's passed by all of the little changing of the skies. Probably shouldn't have the hood off, should I? Because I only need like 1 or 2 more things of each. And yeah, this is going to be so out of line with what's actually being shown on screen. But that's just the way of the speedy up bit, innit? Oh, wow. Now, I was planning on going all the way till the end there on the speedy up bit until I got all the way to the bottom. But it's been like a full day, and it's barely been touched. Look at that! We've still got bloody heaps of power knocking about. And that's without any smart power. We're not saving anything while we got these switched on. We're full 80 and 50. Hang on, where'd the metal block go? There was 15. What am I doing that requires metal blocks? Well, I might not have any idea what's happening with those metal blocks, but what I do know is that it's time to watch the beavers banging all of these power wheels. And also, place your bets in the comments now. Will the battery show up in the speedy up bit? Or is it far too OP and it'll just stay up at height forever and ever? And I will say I do hope our beavers continue to slurp up that water, especially now we've blocked off 2 of the side exits where we got water slurpage from underneath. And yeah, I'm sure they're fine with bait. And the reason I'm mildly concerned about those 2 things is that this speedy up bit is gone all the way to the change of tides. And when the tides change, the episode ends. So we won't really know if our beaver population's in a dire state, if things are getting absolutely catastrophic or not, until the next episode. But we're used to that by now. Nothing new, nothing special. I do hope you enjoyed our little episode of Under Pressure here, getting our big power system upgraded. And next episode, we're gonna be experimenting with pressure. It worked in KV, but will it work in update 1.0 experimental? Like I say, join back next episode to find out if it does or not. And until then, let me bid you adieu. Toodles.